Ready.
58, 58 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Eason. And his first look is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know the thought process? Interception? What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First down, New Orleans.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right, X3, 218, chop.
Running with Kamara. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, Eason. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Watch safety three. Watch
6-6. Pull it high.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, break.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check tight. Check tight.
Out of the gun, Hill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Going up top for Miller. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
3rd and 6 yards to go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll go option to the short side. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll come out in the pistol. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
It's my boy.
From 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Trubisky will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Harris now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
70, Indy.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, Eason. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, Eason. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the ground, Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
10-2 stop.
Mike 58 right there. I'm going to run loose.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bold.
That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
You better be afraid of me.
Throwing on first down. Eason. And that is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Letting one go deep for the ends. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now Trubisky to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Lock in, lock in.
They go play action. Trubisky rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs, punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. On second down, it's Cohen.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame him for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame him one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
Come on, set, 8, lead. General West. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Eason. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here you go. 10 logo.
Army.
Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Get off the train track.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Eason. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this?
Oh, this is blocked. The Bears pick it up. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there.
Single. Save.
X3, 218, chopper.
43 is the mic.
Man, up.
Hey, watch that.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. One last shot for Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm coming back.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show. What can rocket like rocket fuel.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I say